Track reviews.
Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. I hope you're doing well. It's time for a track review. We have a crossover here of epic proportions. Historically, I think I'm known on the internet as being a pretty big fan of MGK, aka Machine Gun Kelly. Pretty big fan of Corpse, aka Corpse Husband. I jam that Catgirl track every day. These guys are coming together for a new song. And honestly, I don't think it's that surprising, because thinking about like the demographics of people that MGK appeals to, especially as of late with his pop punk switch, and thinking about the general audience for Corpse Husband, I think there's a lot of potential crossover there, if not already like a lot of crossover audience. And this is just best for both artists in terms of like exposure, because Corpse gets to collaborate with a signed artist, a mainstream artist, and Machine Gun Kelly gets like instantaneous access to one of the most ravenous and passionate fan bases for anything on the internet. So I don't know. I mean, I've heard MGK's recent stuff. I've heard Corpse's recent stuff. Will they try to meet in the middle somewhere and find some sort of sonic common ground? Will MGK just go back into a rap lane? Will we hear Corpse's deep, gravelly voice over a pop punk instrumental? We won't frickin' know until I play it. So let's give it a try, I guess. Daywalker, MGK, Corpse, let's go.
I need someone to blame. See somebody talking with a mouth that's full of teeth I want to break. Fright.
Whoa! That was edgy. Now that's what I call edge. Just to start instrumentally, aesthetically, that dry, speedy little drum beat I thought was kind of cute. The wailing, bright, trebly horror movie synth leads, and that massive, distorted, just obese bass. My God. It's I guess a little different for both of them stylistically. I mean, it is in a way a fusion of punk and hip hop. I sort of almost see it as having some creative parallels with maybe Death Grips, or maybe even like that punk rap outfit Horror. A lot of aggression, a lot of screaming. Like I said, it's very in your face. It's very edgy. Horrorcore and industrial hip hop and fusions of punk and hip hop have had sort of a renaissance. So in that respect, MGK and Corpse are, I guess, a little late to the party, and not exactly doing anything new in the grander scheme of things with this sound. But I mean, it's a lot better than I was expecting it to be. As far as the vocals go, I'll say that for the most part, I liked MGK on this track. He sounded legitimately vicious. There were some bars that I kind of raised an eyebrow at, like that weird Capital Riot line toward the end of the song. That was a little awkward. Didn't quite think that one translated. But for the most part, he sounded like an animal on the track. He certainly sounded like he had more gusto than pretty much any vocal performance on Tickets to My Downfall. Then when it comes to Corpse Husband, I feel like he was maybe the most predictable element of the entire track. Again, very edgy lyrics, deep, gravelly, whispery voice. Flow was pretty straightforward. There were a few points where his voice got overdubbed very significantly on the track, and I could understand why, because I mean there were points at which that was happening with MGK, and I feel like vocally they wanted to create a bit of a mirror image with, you know, both voices on the track undergoing similar manipulations and changes, like when the beat drops out and so on and so forth. But with Corpse Husband, his voice is so deep and whispery that kind of doubling it up leads to a very mushy sound that I'm not too crazy about. There's not much else to the track in terms of structure or anything, as it's a very tight 2 minutes and change. It just kind of comes in quick, hits you with this dark, vicious, bloody sound and vibe, and then sort of disappears.
Just like a serial killer in the middle of the night
or something. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say it's a successful collaboration for sure. Like the bars are mega edgy. It's super edgy. If like stuff this edgy is an instant turn off to you, you're gonna hate it. You're absolutely gonna hate it, and that's fine. But that is a line that MGK and Corpse fans are already very much over at this point, and For sure, again, they're going to eat this up. And I myself don't have too many complaints about this. Does it go all that far? No, I don't think it does. Am I going to spin this again? Probably not. But is there much here to pick apart and tear down and call out as being awful? Not really. If there is any additional comment I can make on this, I think that it's pretty interesting how edgy, noisy hip hop such as this has become so normalized as of late when, God, 10 years ago, as records like The Money Store were coming out, there was this intense online debate about whether or not such a thing was even hip hop. And nowadays that just sort of seems like, I don't know, regular or expected or just not even a big deal. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments of this track. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Why? What do you think I should review next? Over here next to my head is another video that you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Daywalker, forever.